Will Sovereignty win the Breeders' Cup Classic? What I'm going to do in this video is take a look at Sovereignty, compare him to his main competition in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and by the end of this video, you'll have a better idea whether Sovereignty will win or not. Welcome to All Horse Racing All the Time. I'm Alan, your host. We're going to take a look at this Sovereignty. I'm really excited, but first, coffee. Nice. Four Sigmatic mushroom coffee. Now, mushroom coffee, they say it boosts mental clarity. Perfect for horse racing. Excellent coffee. Check it out. Four Sigmatic mushroom coffee. Okay, Sovereignty right now. It looks like he's the favorite. Everyone's on him. Kentucky Derby winner, Belmont Stakes winner, Travers winner, Bill Mott, the lovable Bill Mott. Yeah, everyone's all over Sovereignty. But is he real? How does he stack up against these? Now, remember, he hasn't faced older horses yet. And he has some stiff competition here in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Defending champion, Sierra Leone. Of course, we have Fierceness, Forever Young. Let's take a look at Sovereignty and some of his main competition here. We're going to run through this. By the end of this video, you'll have a better idea whether Sovereignty can win this thing or not. And what I think, I'll give you my opinions about each of these horses. Expert opinion. Okay, you got Sovereignty. Tremendous. We got him up here on the screen. He's ranked. These are the horses in order for the 2025 Breeders' Cup Classic. The standings, you know, who they see is the top horses. Breeders' Cup Committee, they have a panel of experts. These aren't the horses by qualifying points or anything like that. All right? But these are who the experts rank in order. So we know Sovereignty's accolades. You know, comes out of it. He's, looked dominant in his last race, even though the competition by the Equibase numbers, his Travers victory was actually a little touch slower than previous victory in the Jim Dandy. But let's take a look at this. We'll run through them. Ranked second is Fierceness. Fierceness, 4-year-old, finished second to Sierra Leone in the Breeders' Cup Classic last year in a brilliant performance. Yeah, he finished second, but it was brilliant. He chased a blistering pace at the same track, Del Mar. And what happened is he just tired at the end, was caught by Sierra Leone, but ran wicked fractions. I mean, the opening fractions in that, I think, were 44 and 9. Now, this is for a mile and a quarter, and he kept pace. So you know he likes to run fast on that track. I don't know why Johnny B ran up so fast early. Should have held him back a little bit. He would have won that damn race. But Fierceness, 4-year-old colt. Yeah, he's still developing. He's not a horse yet. So for all we know, I don't know if Rapoli's going to run him as a 5-year-old. That'll be interesting to see because he might even be more dominant next year. So Fierceness is coming in. He did win the big California race, the Pacific Coast Classic. Comes out of that, beat Journalism in that race. Here's the deal with Fierceness. Fierceness runs his race. I'm sorry, Sovereignty fans. He's not going to beat Fierceness. Now, it's a big if. He's run tremendous Fierceness on the West Coast. He's run and on the West Coast at Santa Anita and at Del Mar in the Breeders' Cup Classic last year. So you know he likes the track. He seems to like the West Coast. If the good Fierceness shows up, which I believe he will because he's well-rested coming into this, Fierceness most likely beats Sovereignty. Sovereignty has never run as fast as Fierceness before. Okay, if you go by the sheet numbers, you go by Equibase, look around. And now he's more mature, dominant, just a powerful horse, probably the best horse in America when he brings his A game. Okay, let's go along. Can Sovereignty beat Fierceness? I don't believe he will. Can he? Yeah, Fierceness. Will he? I say no. Doesn't end there. Now we go to third ranked, Sierra Leone, defending champion. Here's the thing. Sierra Leone, another one, has run on the track. He's the defending Breeders' Cup Classic champion. I expect a big effort from Sierra Leone. I think he'll get a decent pace. He's a professional horse, has never finished worse than third. He's going to be around. He's going to be around. And yes, he can win if there is some kind of a pace meltdown. I don't think the pace is going to be as wicked as last year. So look for Sierra Leone. Can he beat Sovereignty? Yeah, I believe he will. He's older. He's developing. He's now a 4-year-old, where Sovereignty is a 3-year-old. And remember, well, Sovereignty has never run on this track. So Sierra Leone has that going for him. The good Sierra Leone beats Sovereignty. Let's move on. Now we're going to go to the next one. Next one is Mindframe. Now, Mindframe hasn't run as quick as Sierra Leone, as Sovereignty. But the thing with Mindframe is this. He has never done anything wrong. Last race, he unseated the rider when there was trouble up, trouble up front. Lost the rider, and could have been a catastrophe. Luckily, he came out okay, but he's still developing. Like Fierceness, he represents Mike Rapoli and Todd Pletcher's two-headed monster of Fierceness and Mindframe. They've been keeping them apart. They try and get points and win purses in different races. But now is the time they're both going to face each other. Who's going to win that? Mindframe hasn't run as fast as the other three so far, including Sovereignty, at least by the sheet numbers. I have a feeling Sovereignty will finish ahead of Mindframe. Okay. Mindframe's going to have to get a little quicker. And can he beat Sovereignty? Well, he's a 4-year-old, and he has good tactical speed, and he can go very fast early. It's almost a coin flip between Mindframe and Sovereignty, but I give Sovereignty the edge over Mindframe. Next up, the Japanese entry, Forever Young, $15 million earner. He just ran lights out in the Saudi Cup, gigantic thoroughgraph number earlier in the year. I mean, if that Forever Young shows up, he finished third in the Breeders' Cup Classic last year behind the winner Sierra Leone in second place Fierceness. He's a lot like Sierra Leone. I have to give Sierra Leone a slight edge, but if Forever Young in defeat earlier this year in Dubai, he's a little closer up front. Yeah, tough call on Forever Young. If Forever Young runs his best race, yeah, I think he can beat Sovereignty. I'd still give Sovereignty the edge over Forever Young, just like Mindframe. So far, the big two are Fierceness and Sierra Leone. Just go down quick. Baeza did win the Pennsylvania Derby, $1.3 million horse. He's finished behind Sovereignty in journalism in a couple of tries, the Belmont Stakes and the Kentucky Derby. I didn't like how Sovereignty, overpowered him in the Jim Dandy. He had everything go his way, and I give Sovereignty the edge over Baeza. Baeza, a nice horse. I don't know if he has a little bit of a hang in him. He looked better last race. We'll see. Has he developed? He's running on a track that he likes. I mean, not impossible. But being that he's a 3-year-old and Sovereignty's taken care of him twice, I give Sovereignty the edge over Baeza. Antiquarian. Another Pletcher entry. I definitely give Sovereignty the edge over him. Locked, the same thing. Highland Falls, terrific horse. Right, he ran well in the Travers Stakes. Out of Godolphin, Brad Cox. No. Was it the Travers? No, he wasn't in the Travers. He was in the earlier one. Highland Falls, no, I don't see it. So here's my take on this. See, I told you we go right through it. I think he's going to have stiff competition, Sovereignty is. And I think there's actually a possibility of him missing the board. I see both Fierceness and Sierra Leone too strong for him. Sovereignty, yeah, he's the fan favorite. Kentucky Derby gets a lot of ink this year. And of course, Brad Cox always gets a lot of ink. But it's not happening. It's not happening. He's a beatable favorite. If he goes off at something like 9-5, some people are saying in some books he's at 9-5. Some had him at 9-2, and Fierceness is the second choice. Sierra Leone is the third. It depends on what book or what poll you're talking about. But it's Sovereignty has been the favorite in all of them, and I see him as very weak here. Very weak, vulnerable favorite. Yeah, very weak. I see the other two, Fierceness. I think Fierceness is the likely winner. And if he doesn't win, it's going to be Sierra Leone. What do you think? Leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching, everybody. And remember, may the horse always be with you.